A few years ago, I did a series on my YouTube channel of interesting facts from every episode of The Office from every season. And ever since then, I've been wanting to do this to other shows that I love. And after a 2-year break, I thought, what the hell, let's do this again. So the show I'm doing interesting facts on every episode from every season now is Married with Children. Married with Children is a sitcom that follows the Bundy family. No relation to Ted Bundy. Better, but still horrible. Married with Children ran on the Fox network for 10 years between 1987 to 1997 for a grand total of 11 seasons. Like my Office series, every fact I'll be getting from every episode comes from the Wikia page itself. So this might not be 100% accurate, but let's just hope. But before we get started, I need your help. The next show I decided to cover on my channel is The Golden Girls, but I have two options. Lately, I've been reading Golden Girls: An Unauthorized Look Behind the Lanai by Jim Gallucci, and I honestly recommend this if you love the show. After starting to read this, I thought it'd be cool to do a 4-part series on 100 interesting facts I learned from this book. Now, will I get 100? I do not know, but I'm aiming for 100. This is where you guys come in. Should I do a 4-part series on the 100 things I learned from the Golden Girls Forever and Unauthorized Look Behind the Lanai book? Or a 7-part interesting facts from each episode of the Golden Girls series? Go to my community tab or comment to vote. So today, let's take a look at interesting facts from the final season, Married with Children, Season 11. The actress who plays the woman who loses her dress in the front of the shoe store in Twisted, Christina Moore, went on to replace Lisa Robin Kelly as Eric's sister Lori in Season 6 of That 70s Show. Lisa Robin Kelly appeared on Married with Children as a girl who asks for Kelly's advice and Kelly doesn't live here anymore from Season 7, and would make a reappearance 13 episodes later as Kelly's acting rival Lisa Talrico in Breaking Up Is Easy to Do, Part 1. The one storyline in Children of the Corns of Bud finding Kelly's pet turtle Timmy and tries to microwave it believing it to be a meatball is a rehash in a way to a storyline from Married with Prom Queen Part 1 from Season 3, where Bud and Kelly find the goldfish Bud had when he was 5, Freddy, in the freezer and almost eat him, but instead throw him in front of a car to collect insurance money. Kelly's Got a Habit was aired as a crossover with Cops, with Alan Jefferson watching the end credits to the episode and referencing what happened in the episode. Cliff Bemis, who plays Al's father in the flashback sequence in Requiem for a Chevyweight Part 1, is 2 years younger than Ed O'Neill. The Kiwi car in Requiem for a Chevyweight Part 2 is an actual car. An electric car from Norway, the Kiewit L-Jet was introduced in 1991. The car has been sold as the Buddy since 2000. A Bundy Thanksgiving is the only episode in the entire series in which we get to see Kelly's bedroom. The phrase Kelly says after she can say, "Can we try topless in Japanese?" and the jugs have left the building. Ashi wa mimi no, ashi wa no agimaska. Translated into English would be, "Can you raise your feet behind your ears?" The actor who plays Hal in God Help Ye Merry Bundyman, Jonathan Magnum, is the announcer of Let's Make a Deal hosted by Wayne Brady. The first overweight customer in Crimes Against Obesity, Nancy, was the first overweight Gary Shoes and Accessories customer in the entire series, first appearing in the pilot. The Stepford Peg is the 10th episode of Season 11. Even though it aired as the 10th episode of Season 11, it was the first episode shot for Season 11. After finding out that his son is dating his boss and Bud on the side, Al wears a black band on his arm and says that Bud is dead to him. In Western culture, a black armband is worn by someone mourning over a family member or teammate. In Grime and Punishment, Bud's baby book claims that his first words were "Bud need food, Bud want food, ouch." However, we did hear Bud's first words in a flashback in the Season 7 episode Christmas, them being Playboys Hooters, Playboys Hooters. Trash was the first and only episode written by Bud actor David Faustino. Due to an early draft being deemed unsuitable, filming for Breaking Up Is Easy to Do Part 1 was delayed. The draft, which was more serious, had Al causing the breakup on purpose after Peggy reveals that she lied about being pregnant with Kelly so that he'd marry her. While Peggy watches the Home Shopping Network and Breaking Up Is Easy to Do Part 2, the announcer mentions a Martin Lawrence cuckoo clock, and Peggy points out that Martin is holding a gun on the second hand. She is referring to Martin Lawrence being arrested and hospitalized in May 1996 after running through traffic in Los Angeles' San Fernando Valley with a gun, shouting obscenities, and claiming somebody was trying to kill him, later declared as a result of exhaustion and dehydration. During the montage of Peggy reminiscing about Al and Breaking Up Is Easy to Do Part 3, The clips of Al tossing Peggy off his back onto her own twin bed, and Peggy in the lower bunk of a bunk bed kicking up, causing Al to go and crash through the bedroom floor into the living room, is from the episode A Babe in Toyland, which would not air for another 2 episodes. While helping Kelly gain weight for a TV commercial and live nude Peg, Bud tells her that the Fry Daddy has pork chops. The Fry Daddy is a real product from Presto, a bucket-like deep fryer that cooks at one temperature for hassle-free cooking. While running the kids show in A Babe in Toyland, Kelly whines that she didn't get all purple M&Ms, with the court jester pointing out that purple M&Ms do not exist. This is a reference to the band Van Halen, who complained when their dressing rooms at venues didn't have brown M&Ms excluded from their M&Ms. While people just took this as them being divas, the band really did this to see if the establishment really read the fine print in their contract. Jefferson turns 40 and birthday boy toy. Even though he is younger than Marcy, in real life Ted McGinley and Amanda Burse are the same age. As of Let's Be Friends, all the cast that were on the show from the beginning have played dual roles. Ed O'Neill is both Al and the ghost of Al's father in Desperately Seeking Miss October, and Al and Al's sister Shay Miss McBundy from England Show Part 1. Katie Seagal is both Peg in Death and Take My Wife Please. Amanda Burse as Marcy and Marcy's cousin Mandy in this episode. Christina Applegate as both Kelly and the neighbor who looks like Kelly in The Stepford Peg from this season. And David Faustino is both Bud and Cool Bud and Proud to Be Your Bud. Damn Bundy's is the only episode to feature CGI effects. Fox added them along with other shows they had on as a tie-in to their special airing of 1994 Jim Carrey star The Mask. At one point in the Desperate Half Hour, Al mentions watching Death Wish 6 and how gory it will be in 3D. The Death Wish film series starring Charles Bronson had 5 films. A 6th was planned titled Death Wish 6 The New Vigilante, but was cancelled due to the poor performance of Death Wish 5. How to Marry a Moron was not intended to be the series finale. Even though it aired as the second to last episode, it was produced as the final episode. Even though it wasn't intended to be the series finale, they thought they'd do one more season for a proper send-off. However, Fox canceled the series while the cast and crew were on vacation, citing the reason for the cancellation being because of high production costs and declining viewership. The network told the public before the cast, causing them to find out about the cancellation from second-hand sources. While Christina Applegate heard of the cancellation from someone she knew who heard it from the Los Angeles morning show The Kevin and Bean Show, Ed O'Neill heard about it from a newlywed couple back home in Youngstown, Ohio, who were happy to meet Al Bundy by offering their condolences about the cancellation after hearing it from the radio. They felt bad for telling him, but Ed, preferring to hear the news from someone like them, bought them a bottle of champagne from the bed and breakfast he was exiting and they were entering. The network called and let him know 6 weeks later, and he pointed out that none of the cast got gifts for 11 seasons and making Fox what it was when they tried to downplay it. With the airing of Chicago Shoe Exchange, Ed O'Neill is the only cast member to appear in every Married with Children episode. David Faustino comes in second, only missing the poker game and Top of the Heap.